Welcome to Theatre International, World's Indigenous Peoples. I'm your host, Ray Allen. This segment of World's Indigenous People, I am pleased to have with me a great dual couple, a holistic tonicity trainers, husband and wife. And that's Velma and Randolph Jacobs. Welcome to the show, Velma and Randolph.
Hello, thank you so much for having us.
We're here.
Yes, yes, indeed. I've been following you guys for quite a while, and the work in which you guys have been doing long before the epidemic began,
Right.
and now I've been able to follow you even more now that you're doing it virtually. You
Yes.
know,
Indeed.
Yes.
yes, welcome, welcome. Uh, this in this time and age where for the last 9 months of the shutdown, epidemic
Hmm.
shutdown, coronavirus, it comes in very, very handy for so many people who cannot get to the gym and all that. Um, I like if you can tell us uh, what are the benefits of training, online training.
Mm.
Well, basically, both of us
Mm.
started off in the corporate gym setting. So it was quite a
Hmm.
transition to go to virtual.
Mm.
And being very extroverted people like we
Right.
are, we like being, in the midst of people. We like to entertain. We like to really, we're
Right.
tactile, you know.
A little dramatic.
So at first, it seemed like it was going to be a very daunting task. It
Yeah.
seemed like it was going to be cold,
Mm.
but in actuality, it really helped us to connect in a greater way
Hmm.
to our clients.
Right.
So basically, everybody uses Zoom,
Mm.
right? But we also use WhatsApp. We use Google Duo.
Mm.
We
Use
use
IG.
Yeah, we use Instagram, Facebook.
Well,
So lots of different platforms to reach out to folks. And then also too, we have an app that we use that have pictures and videos of all of their workout programs. So it's really accessible.
mm.
And there's
Well,
also accountability tools on there too. So we can see when they're checking in, if they're not checking in. There are ways to upload your before
mm.
pictures, your after pictures, your
Mm.
progress photos, following your nutrition. So it's a really great way to really stay in contact in a better way than even when we were at the gym working with our clients. So in
No,
a way, this
Mm.
is this has become a much greater asset for us, without a
very
doubt.
good. Well, what are the age range, or what are the what who are the people that you work with? What are the population?
Oh, well, I mean, it's as far as the age range, we both come from teaching backgrounds. So to deal with, an individual that is 3 years old to deal with someone that is 90 years old, it doesn't matter. We've dealt with all different ranges of age groups. And, each age group has a specific type of, workout that's specifically for their anatomy, based on their age, what they can do, their weight, and also just a lot of it is mainly just based on how bad you want it, how much you believe in yourself. And that's one of the benefits of actually us growing up teaching and getting to see the different types of personalities and being able to know how to actually cope with them and actually adjust things to their specific needs, because everyone is different. There's three types of learning. You have physical, verbal, and visual prompting, which some people, if they hear something, they could do it. You have other people that you have to actually be hands-on to, whereas they can actually do it. And then you got some people that could just see it and just be like, oh, okay, I know what that is, and now I'll take it from there. So like I said, each one is different. So being a trainer, being a teacher within the school systems as well, both of us have, and it you know, that background has really prepared us for the situation that we are in now. And you know, my wife, she's into theater, so here it is now. You're literally like looking at a screen like you watching a film, and you're watching this person perform in front of you. You know, so look at that. You see how those two things come hand to hand, like
Exactly. But
you know, different
Randolph,
sides of the same
I,
coin.
I have not taken any classes with Velma, but I took a class with you, and you wore me out. You wore me out, my brother.
Huh? No. I ain't wear you out. I made you happy.
A few days later.
Yeah.
That was like 5 days later.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's your body just saying, just giving you those nice tight hugs, and your muscles just saying, I thank you for using me. I thank you for not forgetting about me.
Well, I mean, that's what this is all about. I mean, we wanted to make sure that the workouts were effective and that you felt good about it, that you felt challenged, even though we're not there in your living room with you physically. We're still with you. You can still feel us, the personality, the fun of it, the intensity of it. All of that is there for you.
That's right.
I didn't have to work out for 5 days.
That's all right.
Because your body did something completely new.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when you keep up with it, just like anything else, consistency always gets you to where you need to be.
That's right.
So the very first time will never be like the next time. It will never be like the 5th time or the 10th time. You'll get better, but it's all about being consistent.
Right.
You, Velma, you were the manager for, tell us about what you did for the last few years.
So for almost 10 years, I worked with New York Health and Racket Club. And that was a long-standing gym in New York City. And it was owned by a family. And my last 4 to 5 years, I got into personal training management. So I actually started off as a personal trainer. I then got promoted to managing the staff that were my coworkers. And then I got promoted to a much bigger location where I managed up to 25 trainers. So that was quite a task.
In Midtown Manhattan.
Yes, in Midtown Manhattan. Yep, 56th Street, West 56th Street.
Incredible.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was fun. It was very challenging. And I think it was experiences like that that prepared me for, you know, making this thing happen with Holistic Tonicity. Having an LLC, a business during a pandemic is like, whoa.
Yes.
So I think having that kind of background, that kind of experience helped me to tough it out.
Absolutely.
It helped me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Randolph, you work with the educational system.
That's correct.
As well as on the side, you did your training as well as martial arts.
Teaching kickboxing classes.
Martial arts.
Yes, competing.
I mean, I was constantly seeing you winning all these awards and everything, trophies bigger than yourself.
Yes. Some of them come like that.
Tell us about that. Some of the training and as well as martial arts competitions that you were into.
Okay, well, you know, it's funny, and it's getting back to what I said earlier about the whole theater aspect of it and looking at the screen, you know, and you have to perform in front of it as people watch you. And so what's funny is that growing up, I'm from Washington, D.C., so growing up in Washington, D.C., my first form of training actually started from what we're doing right now, what we're doing today, and that's watching television, right? So I'm looking at this screen, and you know, I was my first encounter with martial arts, and what made me go crazy about it was I'll never forget. I was 3 years old at the time, and my aunt had taken me to go see the movie The Last Dragon.
Mm.
And I never forgot that film.
Bruce Lee.
And
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy, Leroy Green, Timok. And you know, it for me, that was my first exposure to martial arts. You know, it's funny because most people, you know, will say, oh, well, when I first saw Bruce Lee, that was it. And, you know, Bruce Lee, you know, he's the king of, you know, of martial arts. But, you know, for me, it was The Last Dragon. You know, I got to see Leroy, the glow, show enough and all that. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, man, I'm in. And, you know, like I said, just watching that screen and going back home, practicing kicks, punches, and then watching things like Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. So actually, that was my first trainer was it was the whole virtual trainer thing, for lack of better words, when you really think about it. And then, you know, later on, as I got older, I started training. Actually went to a martial arts school. And it was Boys and Girls Club number 11 in Southeast DC, and trained there. And, you know, as I got older, you know, further my knowledge and got my black belt, and then competed, won many tournaments, grand champions. And,
such as?
Yeah. So when I go to compete, I do point fighting, continuous sparring. I do forms and weapons. And each division I've won first place in. My first time ever doing weapons, I won grand champion. And I used Zulu spear and shield. And a lot of the judges and instructors and competitors were like, I've never seen anyone use that weapon. And I was like, yeah, you know, surprisingly, you know, in most martial arts tournaments, you will see that they would use the katana, the bow staff, nunchucks,
yeah,
you know, when doing weapons. But I decided to go more of the African side of martial arts. And, you know, once I did that, and everybody was like, oh my God, it's old but new, because people know of it, but to actually see someone do it in this day and time, and then put their own spin on it, it was something different. You know, it was energetic, it was proficient. So, you know, I got the acknowledgement for that, so that was a good thing.
I will talk more about that, as well as your wife being a martial artist as well. After we see, because I like to show a clip of both of you in terms of your holistic tonicity training, teaching actually.
Yes.
You know, but I will continue in terms with and also ask you about a movie in which you did a martial arts movie,
Yes.
which I saw that was about 2 years ago, in which you had a major role in that. You were featured in that.
Yes, I didn't die. I did not die.
You did not die.
You know, I was somewhat the star of the show, although there were many others. But you know, it's always good to you know, not die in the film.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will talk more about that in a minute. But at this time, I would like to show our listening audience a clip of both Randolph, well, I should say Velma first, Randolph, and then Velma again. Okay? Let's go. Let's roll it.
Okay. Need them? You're counting? Uh-huh. All right. Okay. I'm writing it for you. Oh, you wrote it. Okay. That's because you helping me. You don't know. Right. And that comes with practice. Yeah. Yeah. You want to work out right now. Hi, Nico. I hope so too. All right. Oh, word? For what? All right. Still got like a minute. Oh, you're good. I'm glad you saw that. Unless we ended early. It's all right, that happened. I'm gonna remove.
Yes, very good. We are back. We are back with Velma and Randolph Jacobs. That was excellent. Now, Randolph, I said before I took a class with you,
Yes.
and you worked me out. That stand on one leg that you did so easy. I mean, it's so easy, but it's not. You made everything look so easy, but it is not. Until one try to do it, they cannot do it.
Practice.
Yes, a lot of practice.
Practice.
It's just, repetition, just doing things over and over and over. And the thing is that a lot of people don't realize when you're working with dynamic stability, and that's what you saw when I was just doing, going up and down on one leg and adding the hammer curls and extending my leg out. A lot of that comes from actually good core. Your core is a lot of times is your center of gravity. So you want to make sure you activate the core. And a lot of people don't think that, even when, I'm doing kicks, I'm doing punches, the core is what holds your body up. If you don't have your core, then everything else just pretty much folds in. So it's always important to have a good core. And another thing about the core is just not the front. The core is the back. You know, a lot of people think when they think about the abs, oh,
Right.
that's the core. No, it's the back. You know, it's when you want to do back extensions or Supermans or Superwomans, as I like to throw in there, because if I see a young lady doing it or a woman, you know, I'm like, give me those Superwomans. You understand? So when you do that, you're strengthening your back, especially the lower back. And a lot of those exercises actually help with things like low doses and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you actually do exercises that will actually just strengthen your core. You know,
Right.
just think of when, and my wife says this a lot, when you think of the core, just think about taking off your arms and your legs. Whatever's
Ooh.
left, that's all your core. That's what holds you up.
Mhm.
So it's very important to have that core together. And a lot of exercises out there helps with your core
And we need
and
it.
dynamic
We
stability.
need it now. We're more sedentary than ever. We're home. We're working from home. We're sitting down a lot. So
Yes.
we got to really make sure that we're, you know, getting our cardio respiratory exercises going, getting our hearts pumping. Got to make sure we're using our muscles effectively, strengthening our cores again so we're not slumping forward, having back pain, knee pain, hip pain, all of that. These are things that we work with day in and day out with our clients. But movement really does heal.
Yes.
Well, you have Velma. You have quite an extensive background, both first in dance, but dance training, all different types of dance, from ballet to jazz to African and everything else, and then martial arts along with that. So, as a holistic uh, trainer, you you combine all this.
Absolutely. We do it all. I mean, you got to think about it like the body, it's all connected, right? So when you think of like physical
connected.
therapy, they tend to deal with whatever the affected area is. But there are other areas that are affected by that area too,
Yes.
you know? And then also too, when it comes to personal training, to fitness, when you start bettering a certain area of your life, even if it's just the physical or the aesthetic, things start to spill over into other areas of your life. So I remember training clients into getting a promotion at work, or meeting the love of their life, or, you know, making more money than they've ever made before because now they feel confident and, you know, good in their skin. So
Absolutely.
it's a holistic process. So starting from the physical, creating some really successful wins, you know, whether they be small, large, or somewhere in between, and having that spiral out to all those other aspects of their life to make them their best them yet.
Wow, so well put, so well put. Now, Velma, you started with martial arts when you were in the university. Am I correct?
Actually, this was a little bit, a little bit post college, actually. So yeah, I was like in my mid 20s or so when I really got
Oh,
fully
is that
into martial arts. I just
and
stumbled upon it.
and dance at the age of what, 3?
Three,
Yeah,
three,
from
yeah,
3 on up.
yeah. So
So
I've
it's a
been
very
doing it for a long time.
hmm so with 4 minutes left of time, uh, tell us what is the future? What is your both of your future in terms of what you're doing now? Now that we have you have taken all this from the studio, and now you're doing most of this work now virtually.
Mm-hmm.
What what can we expect from you both?
Well, I really can't see myself personally working at anyone else's gym for this for the foreseeable future. I like the new connections and the new way of being present
Hmm.
and being real and being relevant with people through social media, through all of these different streaming platforms. It's so refreshing and it's challenging. It's actually more affordable for a lot of clients. than working out with a trainer in the gym. There's no need of feeling intimidation. You've got a support system in us.
It's your own little world.
Our other trainers, all of the other clients that are in our network. It's a very loving, supportive environment. So you don't have to feel out of place.
And you have a much larger network you're dealing with now.
Yes.
Worldwide.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And it's great. I mean, when you're working at a gym, you're so limited as to how many people you can work with because there's just so many hours in a day.
Absolutely.
But being that we have an app, being that we have different courses that we're going to be doling out, we have a lower back pain group that's on Facebook. It's all about eliminating your lower back pain. We're going to have a knee pain group. We have a weight loss group. We've got a chronic pain warrior group. I mean, we've got lots of different groups and lots of different settings to help you wherever you are to get you to where you need to be.
And how can we reach you?
So on Facebook, it's Holistic Tonicity. On Instagram, it's holistic_tonicity. And you can check us out, have lots of helpful tips, videos, information, and you can work out anywhere. That's the best thing about it. That's why I can't see us working out in the gym for the foreseeable future.
Like I said, it's, you don't have to worry about anything else, because you're in your own world. And the thing about it is that you really don't need a lot of equipment to actually do the things that you really need to do to make yourself look good, feel good, and or become good. You understand? So
absolutely.
So it's, and then another thing, it's just a whole thing of also being able to actually, if for instance, you're busy at work or you're just busy with something and you couldn't make it at the time that you needed to actually do that specific workout. Well, at a gym, you will miss the class or you will have to tell your trainer, oh, I gotta reschedule, whatever the case may be. But the way that things are now, you can actually say, hey, I could go back, look at the workouts.
Yes.
When I get in the house, do them on my own time, just check in with the trainers, let them know that I did it. Just keep everything jotted down and it could go from there. So you also don't have to deal with the hassle of, oh, I got to hurry up. I'm going to be late. I mean, the situation that we are in now has really changed the
dynamics
in many ways, the dynamic of
exactly. And people are working a lot from home now. We have so much more. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Velma and Randolph Jacobs, thank you for being on World's Indigenous Peoples.